try to introduce myself by telling the story of Africa. I was born some 30 years ago in Ghana, a small country in West Africa. Nigeria happened to be Ghana's cousin, and I think we have so much in common. So I grew up with my grandfather, grandmother, where you are taught of African history. So I know a lot of African history. These things informed my judgment and my philosophy and my belief systems. And so as a young person, I saw a lot of Africans, the things that we do, and compare it with education. And for me, education was just a matter of getting to understand how things work. I'm a graduate. So for me, I think Africa's problem should be solved by Africans. I think it's time for us to talk economic empowerment. It's time for us to talk emancipation of the African mindset, so that we don't only seek to be political animals, but we seek to ensure that we build economic power for our people, owned by our people, by our people. That's all about me. Thank you so much. Before I go into KuBitX story and the history behind KuBitX, allow me to illustrate some advancement that Africa will fail to take advantage of. Today, the opportunities in the world and Africa's strength is not the oil we have, it's not the gold we have, it's not the diamond, the manganese, the timber, the bauxite we have. The opportunity Africa has really is the strength of the young population in Africa. And technology is the future, and technology is the one that is driving the future. Whoever controls technology in the next 10 to 50 years will control the world. So the point is that we are moving towards a decentralized and a digital economy, a digital world where everything is becoming virtualization. So we are talking of internet, we are talking of Internet of Things, we are talking of big data, we are talking of blockchain, we are talking of AI. Now, where did Africa play? None. When the internet started in Africa, most people saw internet on a religious landscape or eye. So people thought internet was something like 666 or the devil is coming to tell about the world. That's how Africans, most of us, saw the internet. But guess what? The smart guys saw the internet as the next industrial revolution. In 1995, when Amazon, Jeff Bezos started Amazon, people thought it was a scam. People didn't understand why you could sit in your comfort of your house and order goods and sell on your computer. People thought it won't work. But guess what? 2 years down the line, those who saw the future and became early adopters, became millionaires, they invested just $1,000 in Amazon in 1997. By 2013, this $1,000 has turned out to be more than $10,000. So technology is the one that's driving the world. So the internet has been divided into three. The first part of the internet is called internet library, where you go, so you have like Wikipedia and all those platforms where for information. Then we move on from 0.1 internet to 0.2, 2.0 internet, which is publication. We have the likes of Google, Facebook, WhatsApp, all those platforms are internet 2.0. Now, we are in a very interesting state of the internet. We are at internet 3.0. where the internet now is valued. The blockchain is the most talked about technology in the world today. People talk about the blockchain more than they have ever thought about the first part of the internet. As a matter of fact, the blockchain is the first technology that gives everybody equity, equal opportunity, equal access. There's no black, there's no white, there's no Asian. Everyone who understands the blockchain, you have opportunities to start from ground zero to become top. So the blockchain, in basic terms, is decentralized distributed ledger. So the blockchain is the future of money. The blockchain is the future where everybody will be safe to have their data encrypted, safe, secured, not unhackable, immutable, and all those functionalities. But the most important thing is that the blockchain has many, many uses. One of the most used cases is the cryptocurrency, otherwise known as digital currency. That's where KuBitX comes in, to creating the biggest digital bank where value will be exchanged across Africa and outside Africa. So that's the story of KuBitX. KuBitX is one of the Pan-African exchange being built to ensure that we connect Africa to the West, so that the West can also connect Africa through our platform. Together, we can now become global players, not just consumers, like we have done in the past.
Where do you see Africa in adopting this blockchain technology?
KuBitX is an African project, but we are operating more. Why? Because there's no country in Africa, 54 countries in Africa, no country so far have a policy about blockchain. All of them say we want to know about it. We want to do a workshop, and we are going to workshop. We want to understand. So they'll go to conferences, pass the books in the shelves. However, there are several blockchain projects. I can say that the young people know the future. That's a good thing. So for me, I see a brighter tomorrow for Africa. For young people between ages of 18 to 34, they know that the blockchain has the power to empower us. So a lot of young people are into blockchain. Now, KuBitX is the most ambitious one that we seek to connect and bridge the gap to ensuring that Africa, for the first time, will play a major role on the blockchain space. Well, to break it down, cryptocurrency is simply a digital currency. But what it really means is that cryptocurrency uses what they call cryptographic technology, where the currency is created on the blockchain. It's capped. It's not like your fiat currency. Fiat currency is the one that government issues. This time, let's use internet and create an ecosystem where everybody will be part of it. So that's how the blockchain came to be. And the first cryptocurrency that was created on the blockchain is called Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is the most popular of all the digital currencies, and it's a matter of all. Beautiful question. At KuBitX, we say something, the KuBitX ecosystem, this is how it operates. In 2017, there was a research that was conducted by Cambridge. We wanted to find out what at all is the blockchain space doing? What are the derivatives? What are the different areas of use cases? But for me, what caught my attention was the exchanges. They found out that 37% of cryptocurrency exchanges were in Europe already. Europeans have the biggest number of cryptocurrency exchanges. More or less, it's called digital bank. 27% were found to be in Asia. 18% were found to be in Europe, North America. 40% were found to be in Latin America. Guess what? Africa. Only 4% were found to be in Africa and Middle East. But again, even those 4%, they are not owned by Africans. I can mention 4 of them. They are all in Nigeria. You may know some of them. They are not African. They are all Asian companies. But they operate in Africa. So they were considered to be an African. There's no none. None is from Africa. But all of them have similar use cases. They just go and buy, sell, go and buy, sell. What KuBitX is bringing to the table, where nobody is doing, is this. Number one, in our ecosystem, KuBitX Exchange is going to be the fastest exchange in the world. That's number one, on the technology side. KuBitX Exchange have ecosystem where our ecosystem on the exchange, for the first time, you can have multiple fiat to crypto transaction. Note, when there's a new thing, you don't kill the existing one. You work with the existing for people to understand before the new one take over. So we know that we cannot say bank, go away. So KuBitX is the first exchange to think banking. So we are marrying the traditional banking with cryptocurrency. So on our platform, you can easily convert your Naira to cryptocurrency and cryptocurrency to your Naira easily. On the ecosystem, we know that money transfer, remittances is one of the biggest consumer of our money in Africa. And therefore, on our ecosystem, you can do remittances. So people in America, Europe want to send money down here, they can easily go to our exchange, buy the token, and then instantly the people receive it here within a minute at lesser cost. In fact, 90% lesser than what they would have paid to Western Union or MoneyGram. That's number two. Number three, on the KuBitX ecosystem, we do trade financing. What is trade financing? Trade financing is one of the things that it's normal thing in Europe, it's normal thing in Asia, it's normal thing in America, where people can do business without even paying. In Africa, for you to raise letter of credit, it's a task that people go through, and business entrepreneurs struggle to raise letter of credit. So trade finance is such that we at KuBitX on our ecosystem, we can easily pay for your invoices to your suppliers here without you going to look for dollar. You used to Naira to buy dollar, so dollar will continue to have value and our Naira go down. So you use your Naira, then we use cryptocurrency to pay for you instantly at a cheaper cost. That's trade financing. And then again, on our ecosystem, we'll use our platform to do value-added services. Like you can top up your airtime with cryptocurrency. You can pay for your DSTV bill with cryptocurrency. You can pay for different. In fact, we have just ordered over 20,000 smart cards where we will load our token. But they actually have their own token. We have our own token called KBS token. We will load our token on it so you can use the card to pay for goods and services across shops in Nigeria and parts of Africa. So in our ecosystem, what we have that other people don't have is remittances services, trade finance services, value-added services. We are launching with these major 4 services that none of the exchanges today in the world have that services. So that's a difference we are bringing to the table.